For your practice to be effective, you need to know your limitations. Here are some of mine. I practice daily, but this is how far my arm can go. In order for me to rotate my upper body enough and do the exercise correctly, I would have to lift my knee off the ground, which is not recommended because that's not the right movement. If I try to twist my body from this position, when my elbows are on the ground, I can do slightly better, but still my upper body is not rotating enough. So will I get better at spinal rotation if I do the same movement daily? And I've been unsuccessful for quite a long time. My upper body rotation is not really my strength. When I see that my body cannot perform a specific move, I start looking for a root cause instead of demanding that my body performs the move correctly. I do the exercises like this one to improve my upper body mobility and increase spinal rotation. I need to help my upper back move correctly instead of hurting myself and trying to perform the move that my body is not ready to perform. This is a seated spinal twist that a lot of people find very easy, but I can absolutely not do this. You see, my knee is supposed to be in my armpit, and this is just not happening for me. Am I going to improve if I repeat this movement every day? I'm trying. I'm really trying, and I practice daily, and I'm not there yet. So should I practice this move daily? I don't think so. I need to practice other moves that improve my overall ability. Now, this is me mobilizing my hips. Again, a lot of people find this move really easy, but I find it extremely challenging. This is how far I can go. I can rotate my upper back and make sure my arm is vertical, but then I would have to lift my butt, and I'm supposed to keep it low. Will I make better progress if I simply repeat the same move that I can't perform over and over again? A lot of people misunderstand the concept of practice. They repeat the same very thing that they're not good at, forcing themselves to get better very often through pain. Instead, I'm trying to understand what skills my body is lacking, and then I purposefully and deliberately practice those skills. For example, if you're struggling with your pronunciation, maybe you shouldn't repeat the same word over and over again, but instead you want to look at the vowel that you keep mispronouncing. And once you have mastered this vowel, you're going to master not only this word, but all the other words with the same vowel.
So, ooh.
Ooh.
There you go. Because you do this. Ooh. When you drop it in pitch, it goes forward, and we want to keep it on the same line.
Ooh.
There you go.
You see, I can perform a lot of advanced moves that a lot of people find complicated. For example, pistol squats. I couldn't do this move without holding on to a chair for many, many years, but I improved as soon as I improved my ankle mobility. It took me about 6 months to improve my ankle mobility, and right after that, I was able to do a pistol squat correctly. And now I can do this anytime. My shoulder mobility is also pretty good compared to most people. We might be very advanced in some areas, and we might be complete beginners in other areas. We might be able to improve certain skills very fast, and we might need a lot of time with some other skills. Know your strengths, but also know your limitations, so you can understand the root cause and address it directly. Every problem can be broken down into elements. Some of the elements, some of the parameters are not working correctly. That's why your body cannot perform the move that you want it to perform. The same applies to your speaking behaviors. This video is just a metaphor for learning any non-trivial skill, because learning a skill means learning new behaviors, which means changing your existing behaviors. To change your behaviors, you need to know your limitations. What skills and parameters are underdeveloped? What skills need work? Address those directly by creating a purposeful and deliberate practice routine instead of trying to push yourself beyond your limit. You need to recognize your limit. Today, this is your limitation, and you shouldn't ignore it. Instead, you should recognize it so you can teach your body to move differently, so you can teach your mind to think differently, so you can teach your senses to feel differently. So you can teach your whole being to behave and respond differently.